April 29th, 2011, the day the world watched a fairy tale. As Prince William and Kate Middleton were wed, millions raised glasses in celebration. But while Britain celebrated love, one man set out to commit an act so cold-blooded it would shock a nation. Armed with a knife, a passport, and revenge, Ang Jiang-do slipped away from the crowd. And hours later, 4 members of the Ding family lay dead in their Northampton home. While a nation toasted royalty, one family was slaughtered in silence. Jeff and Helen Ding were the image of quiet dignity. Respected, intelligent, kind. Jeff, a university lecturer with a passion for education. Helen, the quiet strength behind the family, reserved but deeply loving. Their 2 daughters, Xing, 18, and Alice, just 12, were exceptional in every way. Xing had just earned a place at the University of Nottingham to study medicine. A prodigy, posthumously awarded 4 A stars. Alice, still in middle school, was budding with talent. Both were gifted musicians. Their home often echoed with piano keys and violin strings. But behind that harmony, a bitter feud had been festering for over a decade. That morning, Ang Jiang-do left his home in Coventry with a knife and his passport. His final court loss against the Dings had arrived the day before. He was financially ruined and emotionally unhinged. At 10:44 a.m., Du boarded a train, not toward a new life, but toward death. By 3:30 p.m., the Ding household was silent. The doors closed, curtains drawn. Inside, Jeff and Helen were stabbed to death in their kitchen. 23 wounds for Jeff, 13 for Helen. Upstairs, Xing and Alice never stood a chance. 11 wounds. 4, all executed with calculated calm. At exactly 3:32 p.m., Alice Ding's phone dialed emergency services. Her scream echoed through the line, but Northamptonshire police were dispatched to the wrong address. A tragic blunder. When no one answered, they left. The real horror inside 4 Pioneer Close went undiscovered for over 2 days. Initially, police had no suspects. The Dings were well liked, quiet, without enemies. There were no signs of forced entry, no valuables stolen, no blood trail outside. Du, meanwhile, stayed in the home after the murders, slept there, ate. When he finally left, he took their car, a silver Vauxhall Corsa, and drove to London, evading number plate recognition systems completely. He vanished, as if the killer had never existed. But evidence inside the house soon pointed to one man, Ang Jiang-do. A farewell note left at his home hinted at finality. Everyone has to say farewell one day. The legal battles, the court loss, the motive, everything led back to him. CCTV caught him buying a road map at a motorway station. The Ding's car turned up in St. John's Wood, racking up parking tickets while Du crossed borders. First Paris, then Spain, then Morocco. For 14 months, Du vanished into North Africa. Police knew he was there, but without an ID, Moroccan authorities couldn't link him to the UK case. Then a breakthrough. A construction worker recognized his photo in a newspaper. Du was living in a half-built apartment complex in Tangier. No power, no water, only shadows. A fugitive rotting in his own silence. On July 7th, 2012, Moroccan police arrested him. The final piece of the puzzle clicked into place. But justice still wasn't guaranteed. The UK had no extradition treaty with Morocco. Behind closed doors, government negotiations stretched on. Finally, on February 20th, 2013, nearly 2 years after the murders, Du was flown back to the UK. He stood before a packed courtroom, expressionless. 4 counts of murder, no plea, no apology. Delays, interpreter errors, and postponements dragged the case. But in November 2013, the trial began. A man who murdered an entire family during a royal celebration was finally brought to justice. But the silence he left behind still echoes through Northampton. Some wounds never close.